Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying tuned with us. This is Cre8tive 9ja here on Mainland 98.3 FM. I am Bumi, and Frank is also here. And speaking of Frank, I'm coming straight to you. Let's hit off this conversation with the recent Trump clampdown on all categories of visas into the United States in January. What exactly is happening? I mean, wasn't it bad enough that he started, sending people out of his country? Now he's banning visas.
Well, I don't think he has banned any visa. What he's just doing is, a partial restriction. And there are reasons why he has done that. But, critically for me, the lesson here is that here is a nation that have been able to look at its immigration laws and tie it to security. Unlike, what we see around here. And of course, you find that all over the world, in fact, in recent years, from after 9/11, you find that most nations in Europe, even including America, begin to look at their immigration laws. Tighten it so much because, it's a loophole, that created the security, problems that you have across Europe, the one you have in the US, and as the case may be. And coming back home, and for us, it's a lesson. I mean, for God's sake, just like one South African, just say, look, what do I want to go and do in the US? When I can come to Enugu, and have my jollof rice, and have my pepper soup, even though I'll be sweating, but I find that I'm enjoying it. But the fundamentals here is that we've not been able as a nation, to tie our immigration laws to security issues. If you go across, let me just mention some border states, that we have: Zamfara, Sokoto, Yobe, Borno. We also have, across, we have Cre8tive, we have Taraba, in fact, Njiwe, I have experience around those areas across the country. And honestly, that is why some of our leaders, both governors and most of them have not saw this country. They don't know Nigeria. Honestly, people just sit in Abuja and they talk what they don't really know. Okay, Niger State also, of course, because you also borders, Republic of Benin and all those things. So this way, for instance, I can't quite look at government in Cre8tive. Believe me, it's bigger than some states, and it takes straight down to the Cameroons.
Yes.
Okay. So do you see all those things? And of course, these are states that had borders with other countries around us. But how far have we checked immigration? People moving in and out of Nigeria. Okay. And I tell you, even from if you are very close to the forest ecosystem in Nigeria, if you study how it is, the fauna and flora system, it teaches you, and that's why the herdsmen, those dangerous people, in fact, criminals, we should learn from criminals. We should learn from criminals because they are very smart. Unfortunately, and that is why they beat us to it all the time, because we are not proactive, we are not ahead of them.
They prey on our
and
weakness.
that is what the Americans look at. If you look at what Trump is doing, even internally, those other states in the US, that's where he started and start moving them out one by one. And people are crying. Definitely they will cry. Even some good-hearted ones will understand that this man is trying to secure them. So for me, restricting people from coming to school, so it's not, you understand? It's not a bad thing in view of the security challenges we have all over the world. And Nigeria now, as we are going through a lot. Go to, are we to use Fari, which is a border town, of course, with Niger. And a lot of things goes on around these places. Nobody actually knows, and that's why Nigeria, many years ago when I was in Vanguard, I did a story across, Taraba. When you go Sadana local government, you go down to Njiwe. Njiwe is a border town between Nigeria and, of course, in Taraba. And I saw the movement. Movement. People are just coming in, and going out. In fact, you think you are in Cameroon. Meanwhile, it's a Nigerian state. You understand? And people are coming in. Nobody is checking them. So when I did that story, the Nigerian army responded. In fact, they have to send a team. And honestly, you need to go, you use ECMO. There's what they call, they use ECMO to, go to that area. You can't go with ordinary car. Your car is gone. I went with a brand new Jeep. It didn't survive.
Wow.
To that terrain. So, as case may be, Bumi, what are the lessons are we learning from what Trump is doing? Let us stop crying, but looking what? That we must tie our immigration laws. I learned there's a review now. Immigration laws to security. Until we do that, of course, interagency rivalry is also one of the problems. They are not sharing, and that's why I see these people come in and go. Sometimes you look away, no concern me. We just read this morning what is happening across, the highway. If you are traveling particularly to the east, somebody you get to Benin, they tell you bring a radio license. Somebody who does not have a radio station, They ask you to bring radio license, okay, and the police is there. They will not say anything. We are talking about their own tinted glass issue now, okay. When you have a structureless environment, like they mess up the Christmas for everybody, okay, because nobody cares for this man that is there. So, and that is the problem that we're having. Until we go back, study the animals, Bumi. Do you know from Bauchi, the elephants marauded from here to Koyambana into, Zamfara across to the borders. So the herdsmen studied that. The animal movement, they study it. And that's why I say the herders, nobody can pick them. Why? Because they follow the animal routes. They follow the routes across the country. And I can give you the pictures that we don't have time. Across the country, okay, from Cre8tive.
Yeah.
Okay, of course, there's a lot of even, fauna, exports, illegal exports, as the case may be.
Indeed.
So, honestly, Bumi, we need to go back and look at the picture. Even in a city like Lagos. Look, Bumi, this waterway. I tell you that from here, where you are, you can get to Agege, okay, if the right is are there. That's why, remember many times ago, years ago, when there's these people coming in, robbing the banks, and they escape through the waterways. There's the man that, I don't remember, I've forgotten his name now. He used to be head of the Marine Police. And I said, oh God, you understand? I gave him the pictures, and that's how he nabbed all those guys. In fact, blocked all those assets because nobody is studying what we have. We just exist. You go and come to the head. So, Bumi, that's the thing. So, Trump is doing what he's doing to protect American citizens.
We should also do
the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we should do the same thing. We can't be the brother's keeper of everybody. Look at what's happening. Everybody is saying now they are blaming. Some governors are blaming the forest now for being the precursor to some of these challenges. No. It is not so. It's just simply because we are not studying. We are not, what we have, what is around us. We don't have, the strategy. We don't study. We think animals are foolish. We don't study the animals' patterns, the way they move, the way they forage. We don't also study the security challenges posed by some of the things going around us. Even policies that we have. The intelligence agencies' rivalry is destructive.
Yeah.
So destructive that they are ready to go and do anything, just to keep themselves there, even when they're not doing anything. So Trump is saving America, and for me, I think if I'm the president, I also save Nigerians.
Indeed, I think that's a no-brainer. It's time to save Nigeria. It's time to put Nigeria first. I'm going to come to you, Sir Segun Koiki. Your newspaper ran a cover on the price grab in the aviation and hospitality sectors just recently, and to which FCCPC and the Aviation Ministry have washed their hands off the disturbing scenario like Pontius Pilate did in the Bible. Consumers are unprotected. Can you tell us in just a few minutes what can be done to make our holiday markets attractive?
Thank you so much, Bumi, for having me, and thank you once again to the Mainland FM family. First and foremost, let me quickly say this, that Dirty December has always been with us over the years. Yeah. But maybe we didn't give it a name. I remember while we were growing up, during this period, there will be lots of activities, lots of carnivals here and there, everywhere, wherever we went to then growing up. But it was something we felt was natural for us, for everybody to be a part of. But until 2024, Nigerians now decided to give it a name, Dirty December. The name became prominent. The Lagos State government adopted the name, and several prominent people too adopted it. In fact, at the time, I was asking myself, where is Dirty December? Until I was able to read the papers, went through the internet to now discover that it was that period of the year in December. All the activities, you have the diasporans coming, you have everybody coming into Nigeria to celebrate. There will be highlife, there will be carnivals everywhere, music, entertainment, tourism. So everybody comes from abroad, especially the Nigerians in the diaspora. They all come and celebrate the December with us. Now, it was unorganized before, but last year, maybe till now, it is now a bit more organized because the government is involved. Everybody is now aware that from so period to so period, whatever you are doing within that period, it is actually known as Dirty December. But how have we fared about this? Between 2024 and now, Like I said earlier, it used to be unorganized. 2024 a bit organized. When Lagos State government even came out with the statistics that it generated $71.6 million from Dirty December. And where did this money come from? They came from hotels, they came from carnivals, they came from films, wherever, everything that was done within the period. Then the government felt, okay, this is a money-making machine for us. Let us put our eyes into it. Let us make it more organized. Then the usual filmmakers, the hoteliers, operators too. They felt, okay, last year we didn't really put our minds into it, but now we want to make it more organized. They now saw an avenue. They saw an avenue by which they think, okay, last year we charged 100 naira, but this year we can go as high as 300 naira, which is where the issue of the pricing is coming from. The issue where we now have exploitation. Because many, in fact, there are some of the travelers who felt it is even cheaper for them to travel out, to go to Rwanda, to go to Senegal, to go to Ghana, and celebrate the 30th December. Because, for instance, a hotel that used to be, let me say, put it 50,000 naira. Now, because of Dirty December, it has skyrocketed to about 150,000, some 100,000, some even more. So that is where we now have the exploitation. And people are worried that if we continue this way, we may not have the Dirty December celebrated again. We'll still have activities here and there, but how are we going to celebrate the Dirty December that will make it formal, that will make it encouraging
and sustainable,
for people to want to come in and be a part of it. So that is why I think the government really needs to come up. Then again, we need education for our people. We need exposure. People need to be enlightened that this is not a period for you to exploit anyone. This is not a period for you to think the money you didn't make between January and November, you want to make everything in just 1 month. And what even made December to be popular? Maybe last year, maybe because of our weak currency. Initially, they are in 2005, 2006, 2007, maybe a dollar was around 150 naira. 150 naira. Then during from 2015 to 2023, it grew to about 750 naira to a dollar. Now between 2015 and 2023 to date, there was a time it was nearing 2,000 naira to a dollar, 1,917. Today is about 1,450 naira to a dollar now. So simply because our naira nosedive, our naira nosedive, it was easier for the fund makers, the merrymakers who are in diaspora to come home and spend their dollars with us. So that is what I think really happened, but sustainability is very key.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't agree with you more on that. Thank you so much, Shegun. I'm coming over to you, Korea, right now, because if you are to call persons and institutions to order in a chaotic cultural tourism environment, what would you as a person do?
Talking about calling people to order, now, let me take it from the context of what we are discussing. Now, like Koiki said, Dirty December is not actually something new. Now, let me give you an example. In Nigeria, people, it's just that we've not taken time to study. One of the biggest human migration for holiday in Africa is here in Christmas.
I agree.
If you take the volume of people, especially that travel from the southwest to southeast, from the north to southeast, take the number, take the volume of business that is done within that period, it is humongous. So the only difference is that there's a little bit of branding. Let me also bring our readers to the fact that this so-called Dirty December, as far back as 2005, was supposed to be part of the policy, the tourism policy of Nigeria under Ambassador Franklin Ogbewu when he came out with Christmas holiday, whereby he said 1 month should be dedicated. Because according to him, the idea was that if you have what do you call it? If you have, as it at this time in Europe and other parts of the world, it is very hot, cold.
Yeah.
People don't want. But if you come to Nigeria, we have a very good weather. Why not we create a kind of atmosphere whereby these people can come in? So those ideas were played with as a policy, not this unofficial discussion. But unfortunately, we didn't go on with it. Now we have it now. Maybe is it organic, like some people will say, or whatever? Now we have it now. What are we doing with it? It is not just about Lagos. Let me say, it is not just about Lagos. But Lagos, as far as Dirty December is concerned, is very, very much where a large chunk of the activities are happening. So it is important that we take them into context. Are we managing it properly? The answer, to say the least, then we say, what are we actually managing? What is in play that we say this is what is being managed? Are we managing, like he mentioned, some of the challenges? Are we managing to make sure that those that are coming into the country for Dirty December, or even moving from other parts of the country to this, that their interest is being protected in terms of pricing?
Yeah.
Are we managing to make sure that everything we put in place is in order? Is it at the area of transportation? So these are the key questions. If we look at it from that perspective, we are not doing it well. Now, we have a product that we need to sit down and put the structures in place. Structure in terms of pricing, structure in terms of people coming to make sure this is sites where they're supposed to visit. They easily access it, and that they do so in such a way that they don't face any difficulty. Those are the areas that if we now put them in place, then people come in seamlessly. Look, destination grows with word of the mouth. It's not just about if people come here this year, next year, and then they discover that they are being exploited in terms of money, in terms of the amount they spend. Look, they are not getting value for money. Then, of course, the words will go out. Look, oh, forget it. This Dirty December thing is all about noise. You may do it for 1 year, you do it for 2 years, then you discover that it is no way. But if those structure, some of these things, challenges are being mentioned, is taken into consideration. Look, anybody, if you are you are a 4, 5 star, 1 star, 2 star, this thing, whether you are having 100% occupancy, whether you're having 70 or no occupancy, you must make sure that your price range is within what is expected of you. You get it? Then if it's at the area of transportation, look, this issue of people I know that the law, like the aviation people will say that the pricing is determined by the laws of demand and supply. But there's also a limit. If you do it and then you kill the desire and interest of people in a destination, you will not sustain this Dirty December. I believe it's something, because of the nature of Nigeria and because of how endowed we are, especially Lagos, in terms of tourism. I believe it's something that needs to be grown. But the Lagos State government especially, let me put it in black and white. Outside the noise, if we remove the noise, Lagos has no structure in place for Dirty December.
So are you suggesting regulation, some form?
Regulation is part of it. It's not just about regulation. It's about having a structure. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
A plan. Okay, now let me divert a bit. Lagos was supposed to have a master plan.
Yeah.
Okay, now how does the master plan capture the Dirty December? What that needs to be done right from the beginning of the month when the Dirty December starts? Those are the structures. Every destination, you must have that structure in place. If you don't have it, no way. I think they need to go back to the drawing board to make it sustainable. Thank you, Boom.
Back to the drawing board for sustainability. I'll come to Yusuf now to kindly weigh in on this grab and run ecosystem that are, within our transport environment. It appears that regulators are weak or they are complacent. The tourism communities are mute on this. What say you?
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I think I would want to defy a little bit, and why I want to defy is that as a country, we should always think Nigerian first. If we think Nigerian first, we need national reorientation. Majority of us, we don't think about the country. All we think about is our pocket. How do I take advantage of this situation to become an emergency millionaire? That is what everybody's thinking about. Not looking at the state of the economy, not looking at not thinking about the country first. We should think about Nigeria first. If you think about Nigeria first, we will know we are doing a disservice to ourselves. Now, how do I mean? Like my colleagues have said, yes, 30 December is not something that is just happening. It's just that we're just putting a name to it starting from 2024. So everybody is now saying 30 December, 30 December, 30 December. This is what has been happening over the years. Even since when we were even young. When you see our parents saying we are going to Lagos to get Christmas clothes, everywhere is is bustling. It's bubbling, bustling, But the truth of the matter is structure alone cannot do it. First of all, we need national reorientation. We need to reorientate ourselves. Now, also, there should be consequences for some things. In Nigeria, lack of consequences. Everybody just come, just say this is the way I want to, and they get away with anything. Because I can go, if I'm this, I can just say, oh, don't you know me? I'm the son, I'm the younger brother of the commissioner, I'm the younger brother of the governor, I can call the governor, So everybody just do something and they go away with it. Okay, for instance, I was on a group yesterday and somebody was saying that to order a ride within Lagos, 50,000 naira. I beg, where are we going? Is the driver taking the person to America or to where? 50,000.
Or will they be served food?
Exactly, right. 50,000 within the country. That is too outrageous. If you go to hotels, some hotels, in fact, it is what some airlines are doing is also what some hotels are doing. Because you'll be surprised that when you go online to say you want to book to book on some particular airlines, you'll see that they will tell you fully booked. Then when you now get into the plane, you will see empty seats. That is the same thing that is happening. If you say, okay, I want to book hotels, they will tell you the hotels are fully booked. Okay, if you want to book this, it has gone like 5 times. Okay, a lady was sharing a story. She said when she came into Nigeria earlier in the year, she made her hair for 50,000 naira. So a family member came to Nigeria. I said, oh, sis, where do you make this hair? Okay, let me refer you to my hairdresser. I said the hairdresser is saying, auntie, this is December, I can't collect anything less than 250,000 naira. You can just imagine how many percentage. Okay, so the money you've not made since January till November, you want to make it in December. And what they don't know is that now, I was at an event last week where one of the MDs were saying, oh, people are now considering Rwanda and even Ghana. So now,
as their holiday destination.
Exactly, because Nigeria, they are overpricing the service. So now, tomorrow now we'll come and say it is a president. It is the governor. Is it a president? And I think going forward, what the government should do, yes, this is a free economy. The government cannot fix price. But they should please put a ceiling to it, just as it is done in the downstream petroleum sector. Okay, you want to sell your fuel, you sell between so and so amount and so and so amount. Okay, lastly, look at the fuel issue. Some fuel stations are selling 740. Some fuel stations are selling 800. But as this also translate, as it change the transport fare? No, rather the fare is going up. So we are doing ourselves.
We have many things to think about this morning. Joining us via the phone lines is Prince Femi Fadino. Good morning to you, sir, and thank you so much for joining us. We have spent so much time, but you lead a practitioner's body. We're going to need you to please turn down the volume, of your radio or of your listening device right there, because it's feeding back to us here. Thank you. Or just move away from it. Okay, so I was saying that you lead a practitioner's body, the ATPN. It appears that practitioners are just about the gains of today, but they are looking at the future and, they're not considering the future. Sir, you have not turned down the volume of your radio. Hello?
Okay.
Okay, that's better. That's much better. All right. Did you hear me?
No, say it again. I can hear you.
Okay. Did you hear the question?
Say it again, please.
Okay. Oh, so I was saying that you lead a practitioners body, and it appears that our practitioners today are just about today's gains, and they're jettisoning the future. I mean, we need your reaction on that.
Oh, thank you very much. I've been trying to listen to my brother and well coordinated, explaining the pain that the communities are going through. Sincerely speaking, I think it's a two-way traffic, really. A lot of education needs to be done, both to our operators and both to the governance as well. Because the truth is, you can begin to extort people. It's not right.
Yeah.
You see, we come to this atmosphere by luck and by grace. Project December just come to us, but the problem is we need to build a structure around it, governance, and at the same time, our operators need to be educated to understand that this thing is about a big picture, not a small picture. And they understand that big picture. We keep on exporting. I think right now in the police, somebody's giving us today and really short that is charging something about 1.5 to 3 million. I said, come on, what are you guys doing? With the government itself needs to put the ceiling on a mark. We're not saying it's regulated, but they should put a mark. Health and safety, traffic system, because Cre8tive December itself is.
I'm so sorry to cut you. We are finding it really difficult to hear you. So, I mean, this looks like a conversation that needs to continue. I hope you can hear me saying that we may have to reschedule this with you so that you can actually have enough time to talk about this. The network is not agreeing with us this morning. But I want to thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, the network is just doing its own thing this morning. But, gentlemen, I want to thank you for everything that you've been able to weigh in on. I'm going to come back to you as we round up, but we need to just entertain a few more segments on our show this morning. So let's hear from Anchor Insurance. I think Anchor Insurance should come next.
Anchor Insurance always turn up for our clients when it really matters. We put in 100% because they mean the world to us. If you desire insurance services built around you, where claims are paid promptly, then come to Anchor Insurance. Anchor Insurance, where insurance truly works.